why did you do the ADCC overtime rules for Taylor? Like, I was thinking, like, well,
you did him die, bro. You did him die.
I thought Taylor could wrestle, bro. I thought he was going to hit the Colchester slide by, but just didn't pull out the bag, man. I thought he was going to pull out his ass. Imagine, bro. Imagine just, let me just paint the picture for everyone.
Is this what you was imagining?
This is what I was imagining. I was like, he goes up against Paul Ardilla, right? Paul's tired, breathing heavy, you know, off a flight from Atlanta. And he just stands up, right? He puts the collar tie on him. Taylor just slide by him, foot sweeps in. Whole crowd goes crazy. Yeah, that would have been worth more than anything, bro. We would have just stopped the match there. Yeah, Taylor.
That's it.
Like, you know, just like that. But, you know, obviously, Paul, like, you know, dogged it and managed to take him down. He kind of put him up against the wall.
Yeah.
Smart. And then Taylor couldn't back on and put him down. So, yeah, the reason why is because, long story short, the match was boring as hell, right? And it's like, you know, you guys are fighting for a spot to be on CJI and no one's risking and going for anything. Both guys, not just one. Originally, you know, I think, you know, some people probably thought Taylor was winning. Some people thought Paul was winning. With Paul, he kind of initiated in the sense they were both double card seated for like 2-3 minutes, sitting, kind of playing footsie. Paul took the initiative to stand up or to get up and start passing. Taylor at any point could have done that. I think it would have been good for Taylor to do that because Taylor's got good passing.
Yeah, he's really good at passing.
And the thing is, even if maybe Paul comes up on a sweep, Taylor could use that opportunity to get underneath him, right? So Taylor, obviously, I think he stayed in his comfort zone where, you know, he knows, okay, I'm not going to get passed, right? But then he was trying to, like, he wasn't, it's hard to say, right? Because, you know, it's like in the fight, it's two different things. Like maybe Paul's being a bit passive, it's hard for Taylor to get underneath him and vice versa. But I think the fact that Paul came up on top is what swayed it for the judge. All right, and now he tried to flank a couple times, and there was nothing really significant on Taylor's end. Like there wasn't any significant, you know, like entanglement or submission. But then Paul didn't really do anything either. So I was just like, you know, they're gonna give it to Paul. Let's do an overtime, right? And everyone was like saying overtime.
So Taylor was probably going to lose at that point anyway if you hadn't done the overtime.
Yeah, no, that's what the judge said,
okay.
Right? So he was going to lose regardless. So if anything, I was giving him a lifeline.
Yeah.
Throwing out the rope to him. You know, come on, just grab the rope, Taylor, please. Right? To give him another 4 minutes to do something significant to at least take the victory. Not trying to say like I'm helping Taylor out, by the way, right? It was boring for both fighters. I just didn't want it to end like that. And then I just thought, you know, in my head, like someone also said ADCC overtime, and I was just like, that sounds pretty good. Yeah. Because it just changes the dynamic of the fight now. But then it just doesn't go
to Taylor's favor. Yeah. It from the outside. It's just.
But like, you know, like he's like, you know, I thought he was gonna hit the Colchester slide by, man.
I think listening to Taylor talk about it afterwards, he obviously seemed a little bit salty and he felt like he was being sent out to lose because obviously.
But then he could have taken. This is the whole thing, right? As much as he says that, he could have grasped the opportunity to win, but he didn't. You know, you had a whole 8 minutes to try and win the fight. Yeah. You can't cry about the last 4 minutes either. Yeah. You know? Do
you think like EBI rules might have been a better option?
Yes, it's all good. Like, yeah, I guess so. But it's like,
it's done now.
I don't know, man. They're two both ADCC trials champions, right? EBI rules would be also good, but because obviously it's in relation to submission. It's just, you know, like thinking of it.
Split second.
It's like, you know, when you have the 20/20 vision, you can think of all the different outcomes you could have went through. But on that situation, it's like.
It's like anything else. It is.
You just go for it, like in a split second. You just like, fuck it, let's do this, you know. And it just went like that, right? Yeah. Obviously, he was a bit upset.
Are you all right with him now?
Yeah, he's cool. Well, I'm cool. Like, I think he's cool. He's
find
blessed,
out next time he gets over your heel. Yeah.
No, I think he's good, man. He's good.